Math's the word. Math's the word. Math's the word. Math's the word. What's the word? Math.
All right, now we're going to find the inverse of a relation. A relation is just the order pairs, and now we can do objects. But before we do that, a couple of steps. Label the points. What does that mean? If you put something in the fridge and you share a refrigerator with others, not including your family members, you might want to write your name on it. So in our staff lounge, lots of people use that refrigerator, so you might want to label it by putting your name on it. For order pairs, we just write a letter. So it would be easier to describe. Number 2, graph the relation. Graph the order pairs. That's what a relation is. And lastly, find the inverse. Finding the inverse. Class, if you had to use one word to describe the inverse, it's to switch the order pairs. So label, graph, and then take the inverse. Here's our example. For each polygon, find the inverse of the relation. So you're given lots of things, you can number them. So we have to find the inverse. So after we do that, then it tells me to graph the original relation. And then number 3, graph the inverse. Graph the inverse, okay? Well, what are we graphing? We have triangle MNP. M is -8, 6. N is 6, -2. And P is 4, -6. I have labeled the points. We have order pairs, and we have a vertice or point. The next thing I need to do is we're going to graph this relation. So I'm going to graph it in a lighter color. M is -8, 6. So -8 left. And then up 6. This is point M. This is labeling. N, 6, -2. Right 6, down 2. This is N. And then P, right 4, down -6. And here we have a, what do I have? Oh yeah, auto straightener. What shape is that? Triangle. That's the original relation. Let's find the inverse now. M prime, N prime, P prime. All we're gonna do is what, class? We're gonna switch the letters. So what's my new order pair for M prime? 6, -8. N prime, -2, 6. P prime, -6, 4. And green represents the inverse of the original. All we did was just switch the order pairs. Let's graph it. Right 6, down negative 8. This is M prime. Negative 2, 6. Left 2, up 6. This is now N prime. P prime, negative 6, left 6, up 4. This is now P prime. And class, what is the inverse? What line is it? The red line, you guys remember? Y equals X. So I graphed the relation M and P. I found its inverse by switching the order of the X's and Y's, and I graphed both of them. All right, number 13. I like to write out all my order pairs so it's already labeled. Labeled means having the letter there. And remember, the word inverse just means to switch these order pairs. So Q prime will be 6, 1. P prime 2, 1, and R prime 2, negative 4. Right 6, up 1. This is Q prime. Right 2, up 1. This is P prime. R prime right 2, down negative 4. And this will be R prime. Let's connect the dots. And again, you'll notice that if I graph y equals x, so if x is negative 1, y is negative 1, x is positive 1, y isn't positive 1, it's reflected over that yellow line. All right, question number 14. Let's write down our order pairs. I'm going to call this A, B, C, and D. So here we're doing step number 1, label. That should be D, C. All right, to take the inverse, I'm just going to switch the x's and y's. And now over here, the old y's will now become the new x's. So A prime, B prime, switch them. D prime, and C prime. And then I'm going to go ahead and graph those here in blue. Right 3, down negative 4. B prime, right 3, up 4. C prime, negative 3, up 4. D prime, negative 3, negative 4. So here is my new one. And a little bit difficult to see, but y equals x, 1, 1, negative 1, negative 1. And not great. Let's try that again. Trying to go through that line. All right, number 15, triangle ABC. ABC. Let's graph those really quickly. Left 3, up 2. There's A. B, 2, 4, right 2, up 4. And C, right 4, up 1. Looks like to be a scalene. Okay. Class, to now get the inverse, all we have to do is what? All we have to do is switch the order pairs. Class, what is A prime? 2, -3. Write 2, down -3. A prime. Class, what's B prime? 4, 2. How do you get there? Class, how do you graph 4, 2? Right 4, up 2. And then switch 4 and 1. So what do you get? Right 1, up 4. And remember, this line is super helpful for you to visually see what's happening. Notice how I'm going through 1, 1 and -1, -1. And you're seeing it's being reflected over number 15 is being reflected over the red line. So I have all of these order pairs, X, Y, Z. And now I'm going to write out X prime. So I'm just going to switch the order pairs. So instead of 7, it'll be 7. Pay attention on that one. Y prime will be now 9, 4. And Z prime, we're just switching the places. Now I don't have a graph for the original one. We'll call that blue, X, Y, Z. Right 7, up 7. That's X. 4, 9. Z, right 3, down -7. Let's go ahead and graph that. All right, so there's our triangle. Let's do the black one now. 7, 7. Right 7, up 7. So that is X prime. Y prime is 9, 4. Right 9, up 4. And then Z prime is -7, up 3. Go ahead and graph this. And then, of course, it's going over the line y equals x. Okay, you might ask, how come the x's stayed? Well, if you notice, it's actually already on the line of reflection. So that's why it stayed. Here we go. All right, number 17, we got a trapezoid. Anthony, can you tell me how to graph Q? Yeah. Right 8, down -1. Q. Give me another one. Remember, your 8 on the -8's on the x-axis. So is that left, right, up, or up or down?
Down. And that's -1.
So the x-axis goes left or right? Correct. Left and -8.
Down -1.
There you go. Anthony, pick the next person. We just graphed Q and R.
-2 and then down
-2, and then down 8. So left 2, down -8.
And that's S.
Yep.
And then right 2, down 8.
What is that?
T.
Yep. Dylan, pick the next person to help us find the inverse.
Let's see.
Jesus, what's Q prime?
Q prime is -1 and then up 8.
How about comma 8? So if you want to graph that, how would you graph it? Let's see.
So 1 down to the left.
X-axis.
X.
When an X is negative, where do you go?
Left.
Yes. So left 1, then where?
Up 8.
Up 8. Left 1, up 8. Q prime. Jesus, give me R prime. Remember, we're just switching the X's and the Y's here.
X, -1 to the left.
-1. Left.
And then down -8.
Down -8. Left 1. Down -8. Spin orange. That is R prime. Jesus, pick someone else. You're at C. S prime? -8, -2. Tell me how to graph that. Okay. Yeah. That point is now S prime. Last one. You're at C. No, you're doing it.
Oh. -8.
Yes. How do I graph that? Yeah. And then hopefully you guys can see that it's being reflected over this line. All right, number 18, I'm going to list out all the order pairs. I like to rewrite them vertically. You don't have to. I'm going to switch these and find the inverse. So I'm just switching those. That's a negative. I'm going to graph both the green and the orange. So right 4, up 3. F. Don't get an F in class. G, -4, -4. H, left 3, down -5. And J, right 5, up 2. It might look something like this. Okay, let's go ahead and graph now the inverse. Right 3, up 4. Left 4, down 4. left 5, down 3. So that's H prime, G prime, F prime, and J prime, right 2, up 5. And then you'll see the inverse. So you can visually see it's just being reflected over the inverse.
M is for measurement units. A is for complex algorithms. T is for translations, transversals, and trapeziums. H is for the height of any shape that you desire, and math is all that is surrounding you. Math is so much more than 2 plus 2. You can understand it. Take that number and divide it. Math was made for me.